Chosen one, understand this clearly. You are not here by chance. This moment was not random, and this message did not cross your path accidentally. God himself directed your spirit here. Something within you was drawn in alignment because heaven is positioning itself to move in your life with a speed that will leave people stunned. What is about to happen will not unfold slowly. It will not creep in quietly or develop over time. This is not a gradual blessing. It is a sudden one. A divine acceleration is being released that will completely rewrite your story. Doubt will be silenced. Questions will disappear. And those who have watched your journey will ask in disbelief, how did this happen so fast? You have entered a season where God is no longer delaying, waiting, or holding back. The preparation phase is finished. The stretching, the shaping, the refining. It has accomplished its purpose. The testing season has run its full course. And now the hand of God is ready to move in ways that defy logic, timing, and human expectation. This next move will not make sense to the natural mind. It will bypass normal processes. It will ignore familiar timelines. It will leap over obstacles that once seemed immovable. And because of this, you must be spiritually alert and ready for what is about to unfold. Before we go any further, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe, because this message is not ordinary content. It is divine confirmation, released specifically for the chosen ones who are aligned with this moment. And to those who have supported through super thanks, know this: your generosity, faithfulness, and presence are seen and honored. God bless you abundantly. To everyone who continues to watch, listen, and stay aligned with this frequency, I am deeply grateful. Your consistency matters. Your spiritual posture matters. If your spirit resonates with what is being released right now, type 77 in the comments. That number is not accidental. It is a prophetic signal, a declaration to the Most High and to the universe that you are ready. Ready for the sudden shift. Ready for divine acceleration. Ready for the rapid movement of God that is already in motion within the unseen realm. Chosen one, not everyone will remain until the end of this message. Only those who are truly aligned with this season of supernatural speed and breakthrough will stay. Those who do will receive clarity, deeper understanding, and prophetic insight into the swift move God is preparing to release over their lives. This is not a message you encounter once and walk away from. This is a living word, a divine blueprint, a spiritual map that reveals itself layer by layer each time you return to it. Watch it again whenever you feel led, because with each revisit, a new dimension of revelation will rise to the surface. And when it happens, when God moves faster than anyone imagined, they will not be able to deny it. They will not understand it. They will only witness it. Hear this with clarity. God is preparing to move in your life at a speed that will catch even you off guard. What is coming will unfold so quickly that you may find yourself trying to adjust in real time. This message is not inspiration, it is confirmation. Lately, you've sensed that the version of yourself people are familiar with no longer fits. You feel yourself stretching beyond the old limits, being drawn into a higher level of calling and responsibility. Deep within, your spirit has been urging you to prepare, even if you couldn't fully explain why. That inner stirring is heaven's signal that divine acceleration has already begun. It's like hearing thunder roll before lightning ever appears, an unmistakable sign that power is about to be released. Something forceful, intentional, and life-altering is approaching your story. Every chosen one experiences this tension right before a major breakthrough. The desire to pull back, the need to rise higher, the willingness to let go of what once felt comfortable but no longer belongs. This is not random. This is alignment. This is not stress. This is transition. This is not fear. This is prophecy activating within you. Chosen one, God is softly but firmly saying, prepare yourself. What is coming is not hypothetical. It is already in motion. What you are sensing now is not the start of the blessing. It is the aftershock of what has already been released in the unseen realm. And very soon, what has been forming internally will manifest outwardly with a speed that will shock you and completely astonish everyone connected to your life. People observed your waiting season and assumed nothing was happening. They misjudged your quietness. They questioned your patience. Some even mocked your consistency. They couldn't understand why you kept believing when there was no visible proof, why you continued praying when circumstances stayed the same, why you held tightly to a promise that seemed unsupported by evidence. But they were only looking through natural eyes, eyes incapable of recognizing spiritual construction. What they failed to see was God at work behind the scenes, building where sight could not reach. Heaven was active even when your life appeared still. Favor was being stored. Momentum was being assembled. Divine connections were being aligned, connections that would only make sense when the timing was complete. Your waiting season was never empty. It was intentional. It was holy. It was strategic. It was a setup. Every delay carried purpose. Every obstacle carried instruction. Every closed door was an act of protection. Every silent chapter was positioning you precisely where you needed to be. People underestimated you because they underestimated the depth of what God was doing within you. They noticed time passing, but failed to recognize growth happening. They saw you being overlooked, but didn't realize God was concealing you for elevation. They saw isolation, but they didn't see refinement. They saw nothing, but God was shaping everything. Chosen one, your faith has been stretched beyond comfort. It has been tested, questioned, and pressed from every angle. Still, you held on. You trusted God when his timing didn't align with logic. You believed his whisper above the noise of doubt and delay, and heaven recorded every single moment. Now, what comes next will move so fast that explanations won't keep up. Testimonies will replace questions, evidence will silence skepticism, and those who once doubted will struggle to understand how God accomplished in moments what looked impossible for years. They will not believe how quickly God moves for you next, but you will know it was always building toward this very moment. What is about to happen will be God's visible reply to the faith you practiced in private. This next breakthrough will speak louder than every insult spoken behind your back, every doubt released against your name, and every moment you were misunderstood. This move will testify that nothing you endured was pointless, wasted, or overlooked by heaven. Not one silent prayer was ignored, it was planted. Not one lonely night was meaningless, it was sowing. Every tear you cried where no one saw became water for what God was quietly growing. And now the harvest is approaching, not at a slow pace, not step by step, but all at once. It will arrive so suddenly that even you will have to pause and ask, God, is this really happening this fast? People will not merely observe your elevation, they will recognize divine fingerprints all over it. They will not just see blessing, they will see faith being publicly vindicated. They will not just witness your rise, they will know it could only have been God. The very ones who doubted you, dismissed you, laughed at your consistency, and counted you out will be forced to watch as God reverses everything in your favor. They will struggle to process how quickly the tables turn. They will be unable to explain how circumstances shift without warning. They will not understand how God moves you from overlooked to undeniable in what feels like a moment. This is your season of divine evidence. God is about to prove to everyone, including you, that your faith was never in vain. People looked at your waiting season and assumed nothing was happening. They thought you were stuck. They interpreted your silence as defeat. They viewed your patience as foolishness. They measured your journey through human understanding, unaware that God had placed you in spiritual incubation, a hidden season where something far greater was being formed than the natural eye could detect. They couldn't understand why you kept showing up, why you kept believing, why you kept praying, why you refused to quit. To them, your persistence seemed unrealistic, but to God, it was faith in action, and he has been watching every step of your journey with deliberate intention. Your waiting season was not passive, it was active spiritual warfare. Every day you held on, you were resisting doubt. Every time you chose faith over fear, you were shifting atmospheres in the spirit. Every moment you trusted God without evidence, you were developing the spiritual strength required for what comes next. What they didn't see was God working with exact precision behind the scenes. While they saw stillness, heaven saw movement. Angels were being assigned, resources were being gathered, doors were being prepared before you ever reached them. Your name was being placed on the hearts of the right people at the right time. God was orchestrating a breakthrough so intentional, So divinely ordered that when it unfolds, no one, not even those who oppose you, will be able to take credit for it. Chosen one, understand this deeply. None of your delays were accidental. Every pause carried purpose. Every disappointment came with instruction. Every betrayal served as a redirection. Every heartbreak worked as a purification of your spirit. Your faith was never wasted, not even for a moment. Even in the seasons when you questioned God, He never questioned your potential. When you felt overlooked, you were being remembered in the highest realms. When you believed you were falling behind, God was actually aligning precise timing for your acceleration. This is the mystery of divine timing. God allows long seasons, then suddenly converts them into rapid reward. And this next move, this next breakthrough, this next chapter will be God's open declaration that your faith was never in vain. He is about to reveal why the wait was necessary. He is about to show you why certain doors could not open earlier. He is about to prove that every tear you cried did not disappear. It became seed. Those tears planted a harvest, and now that harvest is rising with supernatural speed. Chosen one, prepare yourself to witness blessings that arrive so fast you can barely process them. Opportunities that locate you without warning. Restoration that happens in moments. Elevation that defies expectation and explanation. The same people who doubted you will witness a divine plot twist. They will watch God lift you into places they never imagined you could reach. They will realize that the nothing they thought was happening was actually God arranging everything for your next chapter. They won't just observe your rise. They will be forced to admit that only God could have done this. Heaven is about to prove your faith was never wasted. Your patience carried prophetic weight. Your endurance was preparation. Your belief became the foundation for the miracle that is now moving toward you at speed. And while you were working quietly, healing inwardly, praying faithfully, and growing in silence, God was moving in realms you could not see. You thought you were behind the scenes, but heaven was already ahead of you, orchestrating divine conversations, aligning the right people, and preparing opportunities your hands never touched. While you focused on becoming whole, God was positioning voices to speak your name with honor, respect, and divine urgency. You have no idea how many times God has whispered your name into someone's spirit. You have no idea how many rooms your name has entered before your feet ever arrived. Even now, hearts are being stirred because God instructed them, help that one, bless that one, open a door for that one. Someone is preparing to recommend you without knowing you exist. Someone is about to introduce you to a connection you never requested. Someone is about to open a door simply because God placed your name on their heart in the middle of the night. This is how God accelerates destiny, not through your strength, not through your influence, not through networking, but through divine orchestration. When God decides to elevate you, He uses people you never expected, people you haven't met, people who have access to rooms your feet have never walked into. This is hidden favor. God sends your name where your body has not yet arrived. He positions your reputation where your resume has never been submitted. He aligns you with opportunities you didn't even know existed. Chosen one, the right people are already discussing you. Your name is already sitting on tables you haven't reached yet. Your future connections are already curious about you. The divine spotlight is shifting in your direction, not because you forced it, but because God ordained it. Your private obedience is about to produce public recognition. Your hidden season is about to give birth to a visible breakthrough. This is the acceleration most people never see. Chosen one, understand this. God advances destiny through human vessels. He places your name on the lips of people who have the authority to move your life forward. He directs conversations that quietly but powerfully lead straight to your elevation. What feels sudden to you has already been discussed in the spirit. You are entering a season where messages, calls, invitations, and opportunities will arrive without warning. People will reach out and say, I don't know why, but something told me to contact you. Others will say, your name came up in a meeting, and we need you for this. These moments are not coincidences. They are calculated movements of God. And here is the truth you must understand clearly. What is coming next will not be because of your networking. It will not be because of popularity. It will not be because of who you know. It will be because of who knows you in heaven. It will be because God has placed divine weight on your name. It will be because the Holy Spirit has assigned people to advocate for you without you ever asking. Prepare yourself, chosen one. Your name is traveling ahead of you. Your reputation is expanding beyond your reach. Your influence is being requested before you even arrive. This next elevation will be so undeniably divine that no human will be able to take credit for it. No one will be able to say they made you. They will only be able to say, God's hand is clearly on this one. God has also seen everything that was done against you, every person who doubted you, every door that was blocked, every lie spoken about you, every quiet wish for your failure. He saw the spiritual attacks launched when no one else noticed. He saw the discouragement planted in your mind. He saw the delays the enemy tried to engineer. He saw the betrayals designed to break your spirit and pull you away from your calling. But here is the divine reversal. What your enemies thought would damage you actually revealed you. Their opposition confirmed your assignment. Their resistance exposed the magnitude of your destiny. The intensity of the attack was never a sign of weakness. It was proof of importance. The enemy does not fight what is ordinary. He only targets what is chosen, what is anointed, what heaven has marked. Every time they spoke against you, they unknowingly testified that you carry something powerful. Every attempt to sabotage you admitted they saw greatness in you. Every moment they underestimated you, God was preparing to exceed his promise in your life. Now the season you are stepping into will silence every voice that rose against you, not because you defended yourself, but because God is about to elevate you in a way that cannot be argued. Your rise will be so fast and so supernatural that even your enemies will be left without words. They will not understand how God restores what was broken. They will not comprehend how God rebuilds what was taken. They will not be able to explain how God repositions you after everything you endured. This next level will not only lift you, it will humble those who tried to destroy you. Some will fall silent because they cannot deny the evidence of God's hand on your life. Some will pretend they never doubted you out of embarrassment. Others will attempt to return, confused and searching for the old version of you, the one they could manipulate, belittle, or overlook. But that version no longer exists. Your transformation is too deep. Your elevation is too visible. Your favor is too undeniable. The same mouths that mocked you will be forced to close. The same eyes that watched you struggle will now witness your breakthrough. The same people who wrote you off will watch God author your next chapter boldly and publicly. Chosen one, you are entering a season where your life itself becomes evidence. Evidence of God's protection, evidence of his justice, evidence of his faithfulness. Proof that no attack, no betrayal, and no weapon formed against you could stop what God ordained. And understand this, your breakthrough is not just coming, it is coming with receipts. Proof that God never abandoned you. Proof that your suffering carried purpose. Proof that divine elevation cannot be blocked. And this next move of God will not be a single moment. It will not be one breakthrough and then silence. What is coming is a sequence, a divine cascade of victories released back to back with supernatural rhythm. This is not a sprinkle. This is a flood. This is overflow. God is not giving you one thing. He is releasing everything that was delayed, denied, or hidden from you. You are stepping into divine momentum, where blessings arrive so quickly that as soon as you finish praising him for one miracle, another appears. One door opens and triggers the next. One opportunity unlocks another. One yes leads to another yes. One breakthrough prepares the way for a greater breakthrough. This is divine sequencing. What is unfolding now is heaven moving with intention, precision, and unstoppable force. The flow has already been set. Everything that once felt slow, resistant, or immovable is about to break open without warning. What seemed stagnant will suddenly surge. What appeared delayed will arrive multiplied. What was withheld in earlier seasons is now being released in waves. And chosen one, this is exactly why the opposition against you was so intense. The enemy was never reacting to where you were. He was responding to where you were headed. The warfare you endured was not about your present identity, it was about your future authority. He didn't fight you for what you carried at the time. He fought you because he could see what was coming. He saw the momentum forming. He saw the elevation approaching. He saw the blessings lining up. He saw the increase of influence. He saw God arranging a flow of miracles with your name written on it. This season is not about one breakthrough. It is about divine flow, a supernatural rhythm of back-to-back victories that will make it impossible for anyone, including you, to deny that God is actively involved in your life. The blessings will not trickle in. They will come in waves, a wave of restoration, a wave of financial increase, a wave of divine connections, a wave of open doors, a wave of answered prayers, a wave of long-awaited manifestations. Each wave will push you further, lift you higher, and root you deeper into your purpose. And just when you think the movement has settled, another wave, stronger than the last, will rise. You are stepping into a season where you will say, God, this is overwhelming, but I receive it. A season where joy overflows beyond containment. A season where your testimony expands so loudly that your life itself becomes proof that God does not merely bless, He overwhelms. Prepare yourself, chosen one. You are not simply walking into a blessing. You are entering a divine current, a spiritual momentum that has been building quietly for years. The waves are rising, the acceleration is forming, and heaven is preparing to release it all at once. This is your season of back-to-back breakthroughs. This is your season of rapid manifestation. This is your season of undeniable overflow. But understand this clearly. When God moves quickly, the speed itself becomes a test. Sudden elevation requires more than excitement. It demands emotional stability, spiritual maturity, and mental clarity. What is arriving will stretch you, expand you, and reposition you simultaneously. You must be ready not only to receive what God gives, but to steward it wisely. This season requires inner preparation, not outward noise. God is strengthening your heart so you are not overwhelmed by the weight of what He is about to release. When doors open rapidly, when favor multiplies suddenly, and when responsibility increases without warning, only a prepared heart can remain steady. This is why you must remain grounded when praise increases. Stay humble when recognition follows. Stay spiritually alert when distractions rise. Remain deeply connected to God through prayer, obedience, and discernment. Because what is coming is not surface-level improvement. It is transformation. It will change how others see you. It will change how you see yourself. It will shift your influence, your environment, your relationships, and the level of responsibility you carry. Some things will no longer fit you. Some people will no longer understand you. That is not loss. It is alignment. God is preparing you for a life where hesitation is no longer an option. You cannot shrink when you are called to lead. You cannot doubt when you are positioned to stand. You cannot keep explaining yourself when God has already spoken. And when this acceleration fully manifests, it will move so fast that there will be no time for disbelief, only evidence. They will not believe how quickly God moves for you next. This is where today's message ends. But the Spirit is still speaking. If your heart is stirred and your spirit is ready for the next chapter of divine acceleration, speak it in the comments. Whether you desire the next revelation, a vision for a video, or a divine blueprint in a thumbnail, declare it now. Type 77 to align yourself with what heaven is about to release. This is more than engagement. It is your faith in action, activating the move of God that cannot be delayed.